And now it's time for talking back and forth. Talking back and forth, talking back and forth, talking back and forth, talking back and forth. Issue 1, thank you, John McLaughlin. The minimum wage, the city council wants Rom's $13 an hour, although Alderman Fioretti, who's running for mayor, and we'll talk to him at 7:36, says it should be $15 an hour. Do I hear 20? Do I hear 100? Going once, going twice. Sold, Eleanor Clift.
I hope Fioretti's got more to his campaign than $2 more on the minimum wage, because that's not going to inflame the passions of the Chicago electorate.
I want $2 more an hour and a chicken in every pot.
It's interesting to me. Last week we talked to the president of the Illinois Restaurant Association, and they were advocating for the $10, maybe an $11 minimum wage, but they wanted it to be done in Springfield by the General Assembly, so there was uniformity with respect to the minimum wage across the state. You didn't have this patchwork of minimum wage rates, different municipalities with different rates. And this is always characterized as, well, see, look, even the Restaurant Association, even businesses support this. No, they don't. What they're trying to do is minimize the damage that city and state government does to business in this state. So you want to understand why Illinois is in the state it's in, follow this minimum wage debate and really pay close attention to what these businesses are trying to do. They know they're going to be punished by state and city government because that's what state and city government does to businesses. They're just trying to minimize the negative impact.
I hope they keep raising the minimum wage even higher and higher so that more qualified, educated people get the jobs and ace out all the people that the minimum wage is intended to benefit. Issue 2. Elizabeth Lawton is her name. She was the spokesbeing for Tennessee Republican Representative Steve Fincher. She made the mistake of making a Facebook post over the weekend commenting on the Obama children and their behavior at the White House turkey pardoning ceremony. She wrote, "Act like being in the White House matters to you. Dress like you deserve respect, not a spot at a bar, and certainly don't make faces during televised public events." She was chastised, Lawton that is, for picking on the Obama daughters. That's verboten. Even the GOP says it's verboten. She's resigning, but the media are all over her, and of course they let a multitude of Democratic sins go by unchallenged. Is that not correct, Jack Jamal?
Well, it's not just the state-run media, it's also the Democrats. I mean, the Democrats engage in the politics of personal destruction and then demand, civility. While they speak of civility, Dick Durbin and Chuck Schumer are impresarios with this, behaving like thugs and preaching civility. Look, what she said was unnecessary and unfortunate. She apologized for it. To drudge up an old arrest record, to further smear her, to not recall Carol Costello, CNN, laughing about Bristol Palin, the speculation about why Trig Palin wasn't aborted by some in the media. Sarah Palin was fair game, but and Sarah Palin's children, including a disabled child, were fair game. but the Obama daughters are not fair game for scrutiny. I'm not saying that any children should be taken after, but let's apply the standard with some equanimity.
And I'll tell you, I think her original point here, Elizabeth Lawton's, is well taken. I mean, what were Mary-Kate and Ashley doing? They're standing behind their father who was the president. I mean, that reflects poorly on their parents.
Yeah,
Don't they dress those kids?
In their defense, I would be pretty bored at a turkey pardoning ceremony, too.
You know what? Then don't be... You chose to be the president's daughter. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Bill Cosby. Amazingly, only 1 out of every 3 people who has a ticket to a Bill Cosby upcoming concert has turned it back in, even though he's had to resign from the Board of Trustees of Temple University. What's going on with those other 2 people? Morton.
2/3 of Americans are gapers, and they want to see a car crash on stage. I'm sure that's the kind of morbid curiosity of what Bill Cosby's going to say and how he is going to address the mounting allegations against him.
It's not going to make for great comedic material. He's not going to be able to wedge his way out of that by saying, "What's a cubit, Lord?" It's not going to work.
Yeah, I think that they're going there to heckle him with all the internet memes that are circulating about Cosby.
I couldn't look at that. Now, you don't like my idea that we do a misdirection play and start heaping on other comedians to take it away from Bill Cosby. To wit, Bob Hope, whose biography just came out and showed that 3 of his mistresses committed suicide. So he was a real... you talk about Hope, he was nothing but despair. You think that works? Just
I
start
don't know-
attacking other comedians.
I don't know anything about that biography or the veracity of it, but it seems like we
It's
have a
true.
lot more. Oh, it's true because why? Because you said so?
The guy from Time Magazine wrote the biography.
Oh, gosh, well, there's never
It's gotta
anything
be
untrue
true.
in a biography.
Oh,
Kitty
now you're
Kelly.
defending Bob Hope. This is not a Kitty Kelly biography. This
I'm not defending anybody. I'm questioning the basis on which those allegations are made, for which, of course, you offer no basis because why start
I
with
didn't
that
know I
now?
was going to be challenged on that. May I have 28 days to brief this
Yes,
question?
you can.
All right. Issue 4. Who will be the next Chicago Bears coach and in what year? I say Lane Kiffin next year.
Oh my gosh. That guy's like Rasputin. How does that guy?
He keeps popping up all over the place. He's an offensive coordinator. What,
for
at Alabama? Yeah.
His coaching career is like Carson Daly's career in entertainment.
By the way,
Inexplicable.
Pat Buchanan, you were not called that. Okay,
No.
now go ahead.
Well, I just had to jump in because Lane Kiffin. Good grief.
Lane Kiffin.
I think, you know who I
Well,
think?
he's never been a head coach before, so in the NFL.
Well, he was the head coach of the Raiders.
Oh, that's right. Well, you count the Raiders?
They're technically an NFL
Yeah, no,
team.
that's right. He's disqualified because he's never been a head coach in the NFL. And the Bears always have guys who are, it's their first job.
This candidate will be disqualified as well, but you know who I'd like to see get a second chance? And it would be a perfect fit?
Lovie Smith.
No.
You're right.
Mike Singletary.
Oh, come on. He's
Totally.
got such a temper.
Yes.
Well, he was the 49ers
Yes,
coach.
with the Chicago
You
Bears.
just want to see
The
him
Chicago
blow
Bears
up.
football team,
You just
yes.
want to see him blow up.
No, I don't.
Look what he did. He was horrible. Harbaugh comes in. Mark Morrissey has a column today. They should hire Harbaugh, but the McCaskies can't take it. He's too tempestuous. They need a nice docile character.
And what did Vernon Davis say about Mike Singletary after that blow up? He said it was the best thing that ever happened to him. He thanks Singletary for straightening him out.
I got to tell you something, too, about Lovie Smith. The great stone face, the stoic visage and all that. Not such a nice guy. Kind of a horse's ass. Okay.
What was did he not answer a question you asked him or
I
something?
once had dinner with somebody who actually had some contact with him. And that's all I'm going to say.
It's like Bob Hope's biography.
Oh, so now you don't even believe me.
Well, I believe in
Right.
what you heard, but,
This person was so upset that they couldn't even eat their fried rice at the table at Japan.
That is upset.
Yeah, but I had it, so it was good.
So you're on board for Singletary.
And Lovey. I think Lovey should be given another chance. No, Singletary's got too much of a temper. 736, Bob Fioretti, second ward alderman and mayoral candidate, and idea of the $2 more minimum wage than Rahm wants. That's a winner.